Clear skies and warm temperatures in the month of February. That means we are in Arizona. Welcome to Tempe in the heart of Arizona State University, and welcome to Mountain America Community Iceplex for Game 2 of this weekend set between the Grand Canyon University Antelopes and the Arizona State University Sun Devils. Once again, I'm Trey Matthews, joined alongside Chase Beardsley. Chase, what can we expect in this matchup? ASU came away with the shutout in last night's matchup. So what are you looking forward to?
Well, this is a big one for the Sun Devils. Obviously, the huge thing here is that ASU can go undefeated in conference play for the first time in program history with a win over GCU tonight. Very massive steps for the program. They seem to take bigger and bigger steps every year, and now the goal, obviously, is to win a game in nationals and potentially go further than that. But small steps in the season, sweep conference play. What could be better than that? They've locked down the first seed in regional play, so we'll see them in a couple weeks in Salt Lake City. So this is a big one for ASU, and also it's senior night, Trey. So they want to win this one for the seniors, no doubt about that.
Absolutely, it is senior night as we honor a bunch of seniors who put their heart, passion, blood, sweat, and tears into this organization, as ASU is just trying to come away with the victory in front of their fan base. But one player that I do want to highlight is number 20, Sammy Lush, for this Sun Devil program, because she has 6 points in her last 6 games. She was one of the many goal scorers in last night's matchup, surpassed her career high in goals as well. Worth mentioning that she has 28 points in nearly 70 games played, so during her collegiate career, with 8 of them coming in year 4. So is it safe to say that Sammy Lush has taken leaps and bounds of improvement in her offensive game?
She's a massive part of that blue line. I mean, very, very important player to the Sun Devils group. Again, as you mentioned, so many points, but defensively, she is a beast. I've seen her block so many shots, especially this season. And, she's very, very, can get injury prone, but she blocks them anyway, and she's been fantastic at it. Can't say enough great things about Sammy. Just a great player overall, as a person, as a player. Fantastic.
Yeah, so once again, we're going to see ASU take on GCU, their crosstown rival, and we will have the action for you here on Inferno TV. Don't go anywhere. Trey Matthews, joined alongside Chase Beardsley. Welcome back to Mountain America Community Iceplex. We are just moments away from puck drop between the Antelopes and the Sun Devils. Once again, I'm Trey Matthews, joined alongside Chase Beardsley. So, Chase, for the folks who missed it, ASU trying to go undefeated in conference play.
Yeah, first time program history that they can have the opportunity to do so. It's going to be very interesting if they can pull it off. If so, that is a remarkable feat. It's hard to do such a thing. There's so many games in a season. And the fact that ASU has defeated every single one of their conference opponents this season just says something is special with this team.
Now, here's the thing. Junior captain Ellie McKenna appeared on our show, What You Talking About, early on in the season and said that the team doesn't consider GCU as their rival despite some hard battles in the postseason. But this honestly surprised me. ASU is 25-5-2 all-time against the Lopes. So how do the Antelopes try to defuse the Sun Devils?
I mean, it's going to be interesting because Sun Devils, they're a much more offensive team than GCU. They have more capable players in their lineup, especially in the forward position. GCU relied on their physicality all throughout the playoffs last year to try to take ASU down, and they got a win out of all of that, and we'll see if they can do so tonight.
We are underway in Tempe, Arizona as the puck squirts over to the near side in the attacking end for the Lopes. Take it below the goal line of Ettinger, the starting goalie for the Sun Devils. Back into neutral ice. All seniors to start out for head coach Lindsay Ellis.
Exception to Quinn Eanger, of course, in net. She's been solid playing the past couple of games with Carson Hellman dealing with an injury. She's been fantastic this season. Such an improvement over last season.
Jarvis races for the puck in front of her bench. Over to the far circle. Rifles it over to the stick possession of Fleming. Fleming tries to scoot it into the slot. Nobody was home for the Sun Devils. Takes it below the cage of Cronin. Near side. Now here comes Lacombe. Back into neutral ice. Flings it back into the attacking end for the Sun Devils as they elect to go for a change. Far side, creeping on in is Craig. In front of the penalty box. Back in the defensive end for the Sun Devils in black. Near side for Fleming. Fleming is tied alongside with Sam Murphy for most goals on the team.
She's been great this season, new player on the block, and she's blossomed well.
Now here comes Lacombe, off and running, takes over to the far side, looking for the shot attempt, and she just got pinched on the short side.
Well, that's the moves you can expect from Belle Lacombe. Gets into those dirty, gritty areas and is able to carry the puck with her. She's a great offensive player, perhaps one of the best on GCU.
Neutral ice. Now here comes Fossil. Fossil was one of the many goal scorers in last night's matchup for the Sun Devils, in which they came away with the victory 6-0. Shot attempt, and it just flutters over to Cronin as she makes the save. Storming on in was Logan Satera, so worth mentioning, Satera will be number 4 because her 13 is unavailable due to other circumstances outside the rink.
16 points in 20 games played for Logan. She's been fantastic this season. Such a big bounce back from last season, especially she's not dealing with injury. She's not a new player anymore. She knows the system well. And we saw that last year's playoffs, and now here we are. Logan has just blossomed into one of the best forwards on this group.
Near side, just a couple of minutes have gone to eclipse period number 1. Here comes Satera once more on the far side. Has the puck on free. Back into neutral ice. Here comes Radcliffe. Radcliffe shoots it off the wall. Back into neutral ice for Fossil. Fossil dumps it on in. Over to the far side face-off circle. Goes below the cage of Cronin. Up ahead is Saldi. Shoots it on in. Too far wide for Cronin to do anything with it. Puck rifles back in the defensive end for ASU.
Sophie Fossell is taking a lot of ice time here early in this period. She's been fantastic when she's been needed, especially with a lot of defensemen injured like Ellie McKenna. And she scored her first goal yesterday, so congrats to her again.
Shot goes below the cage of Ettinger, trying to use her paddle to knock it away. So this Sun Devils team has been playing shorthanded the last few weeks, but they're still racking up the wins, but unfortunately they still continue to slip in the ACHA standings. So what needs to happen for the Sun Devils to continue to just garner attention amongst the ACHA as the whistle will be blown by the referees, and it will be a tripping call. So for the first time this evening, we will see a team go on to the PK, and making the slow walk of shame over to the penalty box is Micah Summer.
Well, kind of responding to what you said, Trey, I think something that they can do, a lot of stuff is not in their hands. It sucks that they're in a conference that, they are way better than most of their opponents on paper, and obviously the record shows. And when you're playing these conference opponents that aren't as good, you're going to really slip in the standings, especially with teams that play harder teams. So really the only thing you could really do is, if you're Lindsay Ellis, maybe take a look at going to and joining a new conference or going independent.
So I beg your pardon, is actually Ashley Hicks who is assessed the penalty, not Micah Summer. She is still on the rink. Neutral ice for Murphy. Murphy circles back over to the red line, penetrating on in, taking it past the blue line, far side. Looking for an opening, trying to center off with Lush. Unable to do anything with it. Craig circles it back up top to the point. Now here comes Radcliffe. Couple steps in, near side with the shot attempt. Cannot go 5-hole, and that will stop action.
Well, there's senior defenseman and Alaskan native Berkeley Radcliffe. Still looking for her first goal this season, but man, she's been great defensively, especially playing with Sophie Fossell. Really has helped Fossell blossom into a great defenseman. And, you know, a lot of these seniors this year are defensemen, so it's going to be a young core next year.
So while we're on the subject of defensemen, when looking at the Sun Devils while they're on the power play, trying to shove it on in, and Cronin makes the save. Almost trickled by her, but to no avail. As I was saying, going back to the power play numbers while we're on the subject of defensemen, this ASU team, while on the man advantage, they are anchored by 2 defensemen. So Platson leads the whole team in all power play categories, including goals, assists, and points. Lush has also been very good on the power play as well in terms of scoring. Near side for Platson, speaking of which. Ketchum trying to maneuver her way onto the doorstep. Gets shut down. Platson, far side faceoff circle, drops it on back for Fleming. Fleming being pestered and hounded, regains control of the puck. Martin is hanging in front of the doorstep. Platson as well. Coons unable to keep the puck on side, so everyone from ASU has to come back and reset. Now here comes Ketchum. Ketchum onto the far wall in front of GCU's bench. Trying to center off with Martin, but too much traffic in the lane. 20 seconds remaining on the man advantage for the Sun Devils in black. Platson, couple steps in. Tries to shoot it on home, and once again, too much traffic in the lane. You can see what ASU is trying to do. They're trying to center off the puck and find an opening in the slot, but GCU and White is shutting them down. Shot on goal, held on to by Cronin.
You have some dangerous players out there for the Sun Devils, Sam Murphy and Sydney Paulson. Paulson leads the whole conference in points and assists. Meanwhile, Murphy leads the team in goals with Fleming. Those are 2 dangerous players and 2 weapons that you want to get going in time for regionals, so you might as well start them off here and get that momentum going into the regional play happening in 2 weeks in Salt Lake City.
Up top for Craig, over to Radcliffe. Radcliffe slides it on down, bobbles over below the goal line for Polson, and we are back to 5-on-5 hockey as we have a 3-on-3 breaking out. Hustling for the puck is Saldi. Goes over to the near side, below the goal line of Etinger. Antelope still looking for their first shot on Quinn. Near side once again. Sun Devils trying to leak the puck back into neutral ice. Able to do so. Took it up to the blue line, but no further was Craig. Elects to go for a change. Saldi kicking it on to the near side. Shot by Cetera goes off the leg pads of Cronin.
Smart play by Cetera to just appear in the middle lane and just shoot that puck. Always great when you're undefended in just a great spot to shoot from.
Platson. Cetera once again hanging in front of the slot. Back up top for Coons. Coons rifles it over to the far side faceoff circle for Ketchum. Rims it around. Cetera looking for an opening, unable to find it. Goes back to Saldi. Saldi trying to pass it over to Klassen. And that was a bad tape-to-tape pass by GCU, and the Sun Devils pick it up. Now here comes Coons. Point-blank shot attempt, and gets turned aside.
That's another player looking for her first goal of the season and her first goal as a Sun Devil. She's had a lot of great opportunities, but defensively she's been impressive to begin her career as a Sun Devil.
Hustling down for it. Here comes Lacombe. Lacombe rims it around. And that puck was a little too hot to handle as it leaks back into neutral ice. Everyone from the Antelopes has to come back and reset. Aggressive play, but a little too aggressive right there as the Sun Devils will have to pay the piper. So for the first time this evening, they are going to be heading to the PK. We've already seen them on the power play, but let's see what they could do while shorthanded.
Obviously, they killed all their penalties yesterday, shutting out GCU 6-0. They're going to be tested here early with Maddie Messenbrink sitting in the box.
Yep, so Messenbrink will sit for the next 2 minutes for tripping. And it's worth mentioning that entering this matchup, Messenbrink leads this team in penalty minutes with 47. And can you take a guess as to who's second on the team?
You know, Haley Martin was injured, so that's unfortunate, but that would have been my pick.
It's actually Ellie McKenna with 26. So Messenbrink doubles the amount of penalty minutes in the second place position for a Sun Devils unit.
Well, I think that's very, very much Maddie Messenbrink's personality.
Definitely loves to play aggressive. And also a quick note, Messenbrink is number 4 in the entire ACHA for most penalty minutes for women's D1.
That's just Maddie's game. She's a very physical player, but this year she's been able to combine that with some offense, and 10 points in 19 games, including her first goal in over a year back a couple months ago against GCU. You know, she's just improved everything about her game this season, and she's been very fun to watch.
I wouldn't underestimate this Sun Devils team while shorthanded either, because they are very capable of getting into their offensive end, trying to generate some shorthanded opportunities.
We have a lot of weapons out there. I mean, Sam Murphy's out there, Haley Martin's out there. That's a lot.
Shot attempt from Jarvis, and it bounces over to Cronin once again.
On the blue line, you have Sammy Lush, who, you know, has been fantastic on that blue line, especially offensively. We hinted at it earlier today.
Face off near side on the glove side of Cronin. Murphy and Summer did the duties, and that puck is flung into the safety netting here at Mountain America Community Iceplex, so that will stop action once again with 12:19 remaining in the first period.
Spent a lot of time in GCU's zone. That shows how dominant ASU's offense and defense, and now their PK has been.
Summer and Murphy did the face-off duties once again. Here comes Martin, near side face-off circle, trying to dip it over to Murphy. Martin, point-blank shot attempt once again, looking for it. Bedlam on the crease, and Cronin finds the puck first and lands onto it to stop action with 12:05 remaining in the first period.
Cronin leads the GCU Lopes and wins. She's been starting most of the games. In fact, it's been a split net this season between Schneidmiller and Cronin. We'll see what she can do in this game. We saw Schneidmiller last game, and she was kind of left alone by her GCU defense, and we'll see what they can do pull off today.
Face off on the far side. GCU trying to go back on the attack. 1:10 remaining in their power play, but it's been all Sun Devils in the attacking end. Fleming pops the puck on free. Far side for Shaw. Take it just past the blue line. Pass intended for Sorensen. Spins it around. Now here comes Polson, full steam ahead. Collects the puck, looking for the wraparound attempt. Sorensen greets her.
Sydney's just so fast. We've seen her beat the icing so many times, and even on a penalty kill, she's able to get that puck before any Lopes player. She's so impressive with her skates.
40 seconds remaining in the man advantage for the Antelopes. Now here comes Sorensen trying to penetrate on in on the near side. Takes it below the cage of Ettinger. And the puck leaks back into neutral ice, rolls back into the defensive end for GCU. Time winding down on their man advantage as Martin swipes the puck away from Harden. Looking for an opening. Not a good clear attempt by Cronin.
Yeah, that was a dangerous move by Cronin there.
As the bodies hit the floor, Martin goes tumbling on down. But we play on. 5 seconds remaining in Messenbrink's penalty. GCU taking their leisure time. There's Harden, and Messenbrink checks back into the game. We are back to 5-on-5 hockey here in Tempe, Arizona.
Worth noting, Trey, shots are now 9-0. Not a single shot by the Lopes on the power play.
That'll make you rip your hair out if you're a head coach, because it was all ASU on that previous special team attempt.
Well, speaking of head coaches, GCU has been through 3 of them in the past year. Now with the 3 interim coaches in play, we'll see what this Lopes team can do as they rebuild.
As it goes off the side of the cage of Ettinger, goes back to the Sun Devils in black. Near side, Fleming trying to swipe the puck away from Toombs, able to do so. Ran out of room on the short side.
Nice move by Benita to just halt right in front of the net and try to squeeze it in.
Now here comes Mahoney. Mahoney takes it just past the blue line. Shot attempt on Ettinger. There's the first shot of the game for GCU, but it wasn't a very good one as Ettinger stopped it with ease.
Actually, the second shot of the game, Trey, but doesn't matter. 10-2 the shots right now. It's looking like ASU, especially because ASU has not let the Lopes really crash the net. All of their shots have been near the blue line.
Face off on the near side face-off circle. So you talked about the coaching situation for the Antelopes. So the coach from last year retired due to personal reasons, and this time around they did hire a new coach, but the interim head coach, like you just said, is head coach Danny. So he was actually hired before the start of the Denver Pioneers game, and going into that series, The Antelopes only had 1 win, but they were able to walk away with 2 wins against Denver. So baby steps to try to improve for GCU as Cronin holds on to it, and they're trying to get the Sun Devils away from her.
It's going to be difficult, Trey, no doubt about it, because now you've gotten 3 coaches through the system. I'm sure the Lopes are trying to figure out, hey, which system should we do? Which system are we adjusted to? Natalie Rossi obviously played a more physical play last season. Jess Conlon, we didn't really get to see her whole vision develop as she was fired, before the Pioneer Series. So we'll see what happens with this new coaching staff. We'll see if this is the permanent coaching staff, but it's going to take a while to recruit, rebuild in their own image.
Martin tussling for it. Platson is there to help her out. In front of where we are. We got a great view of that as it goes back into neutral ice. Now here comes GCU. Full steam ahead. Back into neutral ice. Speed to burn is Platson. Took it up top to the point. Greeting her was Mahoney and forced Platson to take it back into neutral ice. So GCU resets their offense as ASU elected to go for a change. Back into the stick possession of ASU. That's Olsen. Tussling for it. Lacombe puts a series of excellent moves, but elects to dump it on in as she comes off.
And you're seeing a lot of these bottom line players that, sometimes have been scratched this season get increased ice time coming into the series. I think Coach Lindsay Ellis just wants them to get chances. She wants them to develop, and this is a perfect series to do so. GCU isn't that great. ASU has locked down the top spot in the playoffs. Go out there, put Emma Compton out there, and try to get her first goal.
Olsen takes it below the cage, trying to center her off, and she ran out of room as the puck is flung around the wall.
And there's a player that I've been so impressed with recently, Evelyn Olsen. 2 goals last night, 2 goals in the home series prior. She's been so fantastic, but the first half of the season just snake bit. So many chances in front of the net, just could not put it past the goaltender, and finally in the Pioneer Series broke through.
Back into neutral ice. Now here comes LaBelle. LaBelle with the shot attempt, and it's hit weakly, and it goes off the pillows of Cronin.
LaBelle's another one looking for her first goal as a Sun Devil. Again, has had numerous chances, just hasn't pulled it off. That bench is going to erupt when LaBelle scores her first.
Pushes it near Eatinger, and she elects to freeze it to stop action.
Well, we spoke about the coaching staff, Trey, about GCU. Most successful season in program history last year. They made it all the way to the WWCHL finals where they lost to this ASU team. Now look where these two teams are. ASU continues to trend up. GCU continues to trend down. That's because Lindsay Ellis, longtime coach, and she's been able to install her vision.
Now here we go. Far side faceoff circle. Shot attempt, and it goes just a tad bit too wide. Gonna try this again. Fleming, backdoor with Lush. And Lush gets turned aside.
That was Sydney Paulson.
I beg your pardon. Far side for Craig. Craig circles back up top. Over to Jarvis. Jarvis lets one rip. Excellent defense out in front by Artiga.
Well, Mia Jarvis has a wicked shot, and she just laid it on the body a couple times. Just great overall defenseman. I'm excited to see what she can do in year 2 next semester.
Bats it on down into neutral ice. Near side towards the right of Eatinger. Spins it around the goal line. ASU looking to reset their offense. Tries to shove it up ahead. Far side faceoff circle. Backhander attempt. And getting turned aside was Murphy. As you saw her full steam ahead, you just saw the fire in her eyes. Unfortunately, she couldn't go 5-hole.
She's trying to beat the Kat Jones record for most amount of goals. She already beat the points record this season. She's trying to get the goals one here.
Here we go, Satera. Far side faceoff circle, lets one rip. She scores! Logan Satera! What a dirty goal. Joycey girl in the house. That was beautiful right there.
8th goal of the season for Logan Satera. She's been impressive. Like I said earlier, Trey, this season, she's been on fire, and I'm excited to see what she can keep doing as she keeps progressing in her development. She'll only be a junior next season, so we'll see where she can go from here.
We picked Satera at the beginning of the year to have a bunch of improvement, and I think she has done so. So her 2nd goal this weekend, and once again, representing Joycey right there. So that was a nice goal as it's 1-0 Sun Devils. Bounces it back into neutral ice. Rims it below. Sun Devils pick it up. So ASU up and running, looking to continue their momentum from the last game. Far side. Goes below the goal line, trying to tap it on loose, and stopped by Cronin.
Cronin has been way better than Schneidmiller already this mere couple of minutes in the first period. I mean, she's made a lot of impressive saves. I think the Lopes defense has tightened up a little bit. Again, it's only 1-0. By this time, ASU was pelting them with shots. Not so much. A lot of neutral zone play, a lot of play in the offensive zone, but GCU has really been able to keep it contained.
Goes below the goal line. Spins it around over to the left side half wall. Trying to tap it on loose. Squirts over to the near side. Goes below the goal line. Cronin searching for it. Richardson wrestling for it. Pass intended for Mahoney. Up top for Radcliffe. Tries to keep the offensive attack alive for the Sun Devils. Now here comes Olsen. Olsen unable to do anything with it. Up top for Benson. Benson looking for an opening. Lets a weak shot go, and honestly, that almost went past Cronin. I guess she lost sight of it, but nonetheless, catches it in her trapper. And the shots on goal differential is 16-3 in favor of ASU, and they're leading 1-0.
Yeah, great start to ASU's game here. 16 shots already. I'm surprised they haven't gotten more goals, honestly.
Up top, Radcliffe, alongside with Polson, racing for it. Back over to the near side. 4:25 remaining in the first period of play. Alexa dump it on in, and it goes below the goal line. Hustling on in is Fleming. Fleming takes control of it, battling for it alongside with Klassen.
That's going to be a tripping call.
I believe that's high stick, actually.
Either or. ASU going to the power play. Or actually, I'm surprised ASU's going to the penalty kill.
Yeah, their penalty box is open.
I thought Fleming was tripped there, but...
Yep, Fleming will sit for the next 2 minutes, and it is a high sticking call confirmed by the referees. So 4:11 remaining in the first period of play, and for the second time this evening, ASU will be on the PK. But here's the thing. On their previous PK, they had a lot of good control of the puck as it goes below the goal line, and they shoot away from Ettinger.
We're definitely jinxing it here, Trey.
I don't believe in jinxes. I just believe in timely or untimely coincidences. But that's what happened on their previous PK. Let's be real.
Yeah, the S word, jinx, really bit you in the back, didn't it?
Speaking of jinxes, here's Martin looking for the shot attempt, and she ran out of room. I was really hoping she would score that. As she goes tumbling on down and makes it snow a little bit.
Speaking of jinxes, Haley Martin?
No, I was trying to say I think she's going to score the shorthanded goal just to prove you wrong. Unfortunately, didn't go as planned. That's what I was hoping for. But I'm not a very lucky person. Shot attempt by Ketchum, and just missed the back of the net.
Well, Trey, I have to say, Mountain America Community Iceplex is really filled out today. Lots and lots of people. I would say a sold-out crowd here. You know, you have people even standing on the bleachers. Love it.
Oh, absolutely. So you got some ASU alum in the house. You got parents in the house. Some people who made the trip from GCU supporting their respective team as well. Polson with a backhander attempt, and it just goes a little too far wide as it goes over to the near side. Using her pillows to just knock it away was Cronin.
Yeah, you love to see it, especially as ASU grows more.
Now Murphy, weak shot once again, goes a little too far wide. Goes below the goal line. 25 seconds remaining in Fleming's penalty for high stick. Back into neutral ice. Now here comes Platson. Platson takes it over to the far side, running out of room. Looking for one of her teammates to bail her out, unable to do so. Excellent defense by Summer.
Good offense by Maddie Platson. Wow, had 3 players on her.
And there's a glove down onto the rink that will belong to Saldi.
Lots of good in the past couple of minutes, Trey. Sam Murphy made an impressive play without her stick to lift GCU's stick away from the puck and was able to get it to Maddie Platson, who had 3 defenders on her, and yet she managed to keep the puck. that was so impressive by Platts, and it just shows how much her offensive game has really been elevated. I mean, that she now leads all defensemen in points. She's in top 5 in points this season in terms of ASU players, and she's just been so fun to watch.
2:06 remaining in the first period. Shots on goal differential 20-4 in favor of the Sun Devils in black. I kind of like the ASU black sweaters.
They're always a classic. I'm excited for them to eventually get new ones, hopefully.
There on the rebound, Olsen looking for her 3rd goal this weekend. Trying to chip it on loose. Back to 5-on-5 hockey. Fleming trying to redeem herself below the goal line. Bounces out in front, and it goes back into the stick possession of GCU.
Good job crashing the net for the Sun Devils.
It's going to come sooner or later. Near side for Mahoney. Fleming wrestling for it. Olsen chips it on loose. Now here comes Olsen on the near side faceoff circle. Towards the right of Cronin. Goes below the goal line. Less than 90 seconds remaining in the first period of play.
21-4 now the shots.
Trying to center off. Martin came hustling on in. Now here comes Toombs. Toombs takes it past the red line. Now past the blue line. Looking for the equalizer goal. Unable to get it.
Toombs was the only player that has scored for GCU in this whole season against ASU. So that's a dangerous player in terms of the Sun Devils.
2-on-1 breaking out. ASU a little too slow. Whoa! Ooh. Martin goes flying, and luckily she's able to get up on her own willpower, but that was dangerous.
That was a cheap shot by GCU for sure. And against Haley Martin, who was injured earlier this season, lower body injury, that was a dangerous play. I'm surprised GCU isn't getting a penalty out of that. Cheap shot. That was head contact for sure. I'm surprised.
I don't know who laid the hit. It was all in fast motion, but we're going to reset and neutralize. Like you said, partner, GCU will not pay the piper in this case.
Yeah, that was dirty play.
We play on. Hopefully Martin is all right. Once again, she was able to get up on her own willpower, and Murphy goes tumbling on down, and GCU will get a penalty this time around. So karma has a weird way of rewarding people, doesn't it?
Well, yeah, something we've really seen in this 2-game series. With the new coaches, it seems like the physicality is really coming back to this ASU-GCU series. I felt like in the 3-game series we saw back in November, December, we didn't get a lot of physicality, but now, cheap shot off Haley Martin, another one by Sam Murphy. I don't know. This is the old GCU coming back.
Well, Kelsey Bonillo will serve time in the penalty box for tripping up Sam Murphy. Near side for Craig. Craig lets one rip out in front. And the puck is rifled on down into neutral ice now into the defensive end. ASU going to try their man advantage attack once again. Near side. 25 seconds remaining in period 1. So if the Sun Devils are unable to score this time around to close out the period, they'll have some time on the man advantage to begin period 2.
Yeah, 60 seconds left. You're going to have about a minute in power play advantage next period. You're up 24-4 in shots. That's pretty good for the first period. To have 24 shots in a single period, we'll see if they can continue that. They've had great net front presence, but I have to say GCU's defense looks a little bit tighter. I like how they're sweeping away the puck when they're not cashing in on the rebounds, which is something we saw yesterday.
But something else that's funny, it's only a 1-0 game in favor of the Sun Devils.
Yeah, that's just great goaltending by Cronin.
Speaking of sweeping the puck, goes below the goal line, spinning it around. ASU, 1 second remaining, and they're not going to capitalize on the power play this time around, but they'll still have some time in period 2 as there's a minute 15 remaining in Bonillo's penalty for tripping up Sam Murphy.
Yeah, decent period by the Sun Devils. Obviously putting up 24 shots is no easy feat. They're up 1-0, so that's fantastic. Tighten up the defense more maybe. GCU did have a couple shots that really tested the danger, but besides that, I thought it was a fantastic period for ASU. Excited to see what they can do with the rest of this power play.
So James Mackey is our rinkside reporter, and we're just waiting for official word before he pulls aside a player for his intermission report. But I would have to say that ASU is looking to just score more goals in period 2, because in last night's game, they got off to a big lead in period 1, but right now they're letting the Antelopes hang around to close out the first period of play.
I don't even think that's their fault. I mean, Olivia Cronin has been a really good goaltender tonight. GCU hasn't allowed any rebounds. They've been sweeping the puck out a lot. I've liked their play.
So once again, ASU on top of the Antelopes by a score of 1-0. We're going to step aside on Inferno TV momentarily. Don't go anywhere. There's still more in store.
Intermission report. I'm here with Logan Satera. Logan, take me through what you saw on that goal.
So basically, Jill Ketchum just dished the puck out through the center of ice to me, and I just skated into the zone. To be honest, I wasn't going full speed. I don't have that much faith in me on breakaways and scoring. My accuracy isn't the best. So I was looking to pass, and the next thing you know, I didn't have a pass as an option, so I just shot it, and it luckily went in.
Okay, all right. Yesterday you were up 3-0 after the first period. Today you're only up 1. Still dominating in shots. What do you guys have to change going into the second period to put more goals and distance yourselves more?
I think we just need smarter shots at this point. Clearly, if you look at the scoreboard, we're out shooting them, but we're keeping it on the outside. We just need to dig deep in front of the net and get those rebounds.
All right, last home game of the year. Your favorite memory at the America Credit Union Community Iceplex this season? Whether it be a certain win or a goal you had.
Oh my God, you can't put me on the spot like this. Probably, to be honest, actually, was our first ever game here because we were playing at Oceanside, and it's not the bestest of rinks. Live, love Oceanside, but this it's definitely better ice, so probably the first ever game we've had here.
Logan, I appreciate it. Good luck the rest of the way. Boys, back to you.
Thanks so much, James. Great interview once again. So we'll have more action for you at the start of period 2. Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley. Don't go anywhere.
Lindsay, going into senior night here tonight, how much has this group of seniors meant to this team this year?
Yeah, they've meant a great amount to our team. They've, completely changed our program within the past 4 years and really elevated us to a national contender.
And with a lot of pregame festivities going on here, how are you going to refocus your team when the puck does eventually drop?
Yeah, I think it's a lot of excitement, obviously, and we had trouble with this last year. So I think, being able to go in the locker room and say what we need to do and take action.
Jill,
is
coming
most
into
important.
tonight, how are you feeling? You guys have had a gauntlet of a month here, playing games every weekend, including that 5-game road trip.
So,
how have you kept your team ready and prepared handling this workload this month?
We had a few off days here and there, just kind of listening to the players on what they needed. But, with everything that has happened, I don't think they've complained, and they've really stepped up to the plate on our schedule and everything they need to do. So we're pretty happy as a coaching staff.
And how can this group really finish this season strong here tonight against GCU?
Yeah, I think continue playing our structure, continue playing our game, and we'll be okay.
Thanks, Lindsay. Good luck.
Yep.
Sammy, going into senior night here, how are you feeling? Woke up this morning, any nervous energy? How are we feeling here?
I feel like I got out all the nerves yesterday, but today I'm feeling really good. I feel excited, happy, a little sad. It's a very bittersweet moment for sure.
And how are you going to feel, on the ice, skating up, grabbing those flowers, and seeing your family there? What's going to be running through your head in that moment?
I think I'm just going to feel like an extreme gratitude because my parents have been my biggest supporters since day one, and it's been a hell of a ride, so I think I'm just going to feel like an enormous amount of love for my family.
And after this year, there's a number of senior blue liners, so is there any kind of one message that you want to instill and the rest of the younger group of D-men on your team?
I think I just want to say have fun and enjoy every moment because it goes by super, super quick.
Thanks. Good luck, Sammy.
Thank you so much.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind-the-scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And, I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. To see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Welcome back to Tempe, Arizona on Inferno TV. Trey Matthews joined alongside Chase Beardsley. And Chase, ASU's on top of their crosstown rival by a score of 1-0 thanks to Miss Logan Satera.
Yeah, Logan Satera, we've talked about it all game long, how much she's grown this season. And it's great to see 17 points, 21 games played now. She's been fantastic this season, and it's good to see her really bloom into a top forward for ASU like we all expected her to do, and we've seen her do in the past in the playoffs. 5 points in 5 games played, just an impressive player, and I'm very happy, I'm sure the team is, to see her flourish in her new role.
Now, towards the end of period one, Bonillo tripped up Sam Murphy, so that's why ASU begins this period on the power play. 50 seconds remaining in their man advantage as it's rimmed around. Goes below the goal line, trying to tap it on free. Sun Devils looking for an opening. There on the back skate is Platson. Fires it on home. And it trickles on in, and they score. ASU goes up 2-0. Extra man, extra goal. They get the power play.
It looks like it's going to be Anita Fleming scoring her now team leading 13th goal of the season. Pretty good for Fleming. 19 points now in 22 games played. Transfer student, junior year. And no one knew what position she was going to play going into this season, but she is a forward all at heart. She's been fantastic and really been one of the surprises of the season.
And with that goal, Fleming now sits atop at number 1 alone, because going into this matchup, she was tied for the top position with Sam Murphy, as both of them had 12 goals a pop. So it was a matter of who was going to get it first.
Lucky number 13.
That's exactly why Logan wears 13, or at least for the other uniforms for ASU, because I remember you and I were talking to her about it, and she likes 13 because unlucky 13.
4 does not suit her. Speaking of 4 shots for GCU, 27-4 now. Again, it's going to be a rough one for GCU to climb back, but now it's a 2-goal lead. You know, Trey loves saying 2-goal lead is the worst in hockey, so we'll see what happens.
It is. Not my saying. Not my saying. Back into neutral ice. GCU looking to take it to the other side of the rink. Fires it back into neutral ice. Racing forward is Toombs. Squirts it over to the near side for Bonillo. Sun Devils looking to set up shop. That's Satera. Satera on the near side. And turned her hands as that puck went flying into the safety netting. And that'll stop action with 18:22 remaining in the second period of play.
Yeah. Again, great start to the period. You score a goal just a couple minutes in. And let's take a look at Anita Fleming real quick. 13 goals this season, as we said, transferred from Carleton University. A very dual-switch player, but she's been playing forward all season long. Leads rookies in scoring, even though she's a transfer. She is a newcomer. So very nice to see, again, Anita Fleming really power her way to become one of the best forwards on this team, especially after going from a powerful line with McKinnon and Ring, and now during injuries, she's really thrived in this position that she's been in.
Martin bounces off the near wall. Up top, scores back into neutral ice. Rims it around, near side for Murphy. And offsides is assessed. So we head back into neutral ice for a face-off. Lush is a little confused, trying to talk it out with the referees. So we said this in the first period, but the fact that the Sun Devils have 27 shots on Cronin, only 1 goal or 2 goals to show for it, I beg your pardon. We saw in last night's matchup that they got off and running with multiple goals in the first period. So would you say their fatigue has played a factor right now?
You know, I don't know about that. I think Cronin has been a better goaltender than Schneidmiller yesterday. She's having a better game, most definitely. I think the defense, like I said, has really tightened up for GCU. They're sweeping those pucks out of the net front, and that's what ASU really loves to capitalize on, is net front pucks, and they love getting those rebounds. And honestly, GCU hasn't allowed a lot of them.
Harden circles it back over to the near side for Compton. Compton taps it up ahead to Lush. Lush lost control of it. Puck is popped free. Far side in front of the penalty box. Lavelle banks it off the boards. Lush trying to maneuver the puck up ahead, and unfortunately went off the body of Gladson. Goes below the goal line, below the cage of Etinger. Etinger has been doing a phenomenal job this season for the Sun Devils in net.
Again,
and Fleming gets tangled up, and referees will not blow their whistle.
Well, Fleming got her stick stuck there. I don't know if it was a GCU player holding it or something else, but yeah, I don't know if I would call that a penalty. But you spoke about Inger. She's had a great turnaround season. Again, we've talked about a lot of players that have had really good seasons that, you know, has turned their performance around and just really shown their development. Inger is one. We mentioned Satera. We can go on about Tristan Craig. So many players.
Now here comes Paulson, near side, looking for a shot attempt. Trying to go backdoor alongside with Craig. Craig collects it. Over to the far side part of the boards. Platson taps it off the wall, goes below the goal line. Cronin trying to keep her head on a swivel. Squirts back into neutral ice. Sun Devils trying to stick it up ahead. Far side for Coons. Goes back to Murphy. Murphy near side trying to put the dance moves on. Near side faceoff circle. Lets one rip. and it goes over to the far side half wall. Trying to tap it on loose. Satera is hanging in front of the net. Satera trying to go back door, unable to find the puck as it goes back up top to the left point. Now circles back in the defensive end for ASU.
Good goaltending by Cronin there.
Coons hustling for it. The puck is iced, so we head back into the offensive end for the Sun Devils in black with a face-off.
Again, we speak about Tristan Craig. What a turnaround season for her. 17 points now in 22 games played. Only 6 points in fewer games last season. Man, she's been impressive this time around. She's really turned her game around. It helps that she's really connected on a lot of lines that she's played on, especially with Sydney Paulson or Sam Murphy, and it's just great to see. Again, Craig really blossomed into a top scorer for the Sun Devils.
Satera, far side corner, tries to maneuver the puck over to the near side. Wrestling for it. Goes over to the left side half wall. ASU searching for it. 5:10 remaining in the middle period of frame. Flung back over to Coons. Coons able to keep it on sides temporarily. GCU going back on the attack. Back into neutral ice for Martin. Now over to Coons. Coons there on the back eight. Alexa dropping on back to Platson. Now here comes Brydell. Brydell shovels the puck over to Martin. Martin circles back into the defensive end for ASU. Coons. Tape-to-tape pass over to Platson. Platson has it turned away by Gingrich. Gingrich unwinds for a shot, goes too far wide. Etiger didn't even need to make a save.
ASU now at 30 shots.
Brydell and Messenbrink wrestling for it. Onto the near side corner, towards the right of Cronin. Looking for an opening on the near side faceoff circle. It's only a matter of time before the floodgates open for ASU.
Oh, absolutely.
Unwinds for a shot is Brydell, and that one is held onto by Cronin. Not right there, unfortunately.
But I think like what we've been saying, Cronin, has played a great game today. I think she's looking more comfortable in net than maybe Schneidmiller was yesterday. Cronin does lead the team in wins. Again, it's only 3 wins split between the two of them, but I think she's just looked so much better.
Yeah, and like we said in period one, it's baby steps for this GCU team because they made a coaching change prior to the Pioneer Series. So in 3 games so far coming into this matchup, they have 2 wins. So it's small steps. It's not quite where they were last season because, like you said, in the first period, they were 1 win away from a national tournament bid. Unfortunately, they just had some turnover in their coaching staff, and unfortunately just hasn't worked out so far, but they're heading in the right direction.
Yeah, you'd hope so with the second turnover this year.
Olsen unwinds for a shot, goes below the goal line. ASU shooting once again. Bounces off the wall over to the near side. Over to the far side, wrestling for it. Cronin dives onto the ground to make the save.
Good desperation save by her. Again, that's not a save I really saw Schneidmiller make last game, but Cronin has really come out and has been risky, but better and more into the game, I feel like, than Schneidmiller. Again, the numbers can't reflect the goaltenders because 4.39 goals against for Schneidmiller, 6.34 for Cronin. It's tough.
Yeah, Cronin entering this matchup has appeared in 9 games, has a record of 2-6, a 6.34 goals against average. Speaking of which, ASU scores once again. 3-0 for the ladies in black.
Tristan Craig's 5th goal of the season.
TC. So we've been talking about Logan Satera. We've been talking about Tristan Craig. It's the story of the people who have turned their season around in year 2 of being a part of this program.
Again, Tristan Craig, what an unbelievable season. Or actually, they're crediting that one to Sydney Paulson.
I don't know.
I thought that was Tristan Craig.
Craig was the first one in the high five line.
I thought Craig got that goal too.
Yeah.
But we'll go back to that. 18 points, 22 games. So impressive for Tristan. 6 points last year. She's blown it out of proportion.
Yeah. Craig was the first one in the handshake line. And there we go once again. Speaking of the handshake line, ASU heads back to it.
I believe that's senior forward Jill Catchum.
Jill Ketchum. Catch him if you can. 4 goals for the Sun Devils. JK from Anchorage, Alaska, the Adrian Bulldog transfer, makes it a 4-0 matchup here in Tempe.
Second goal of the season for her, 6 points so far in 11 games played. Jill Catcham, back from injury. You love to see her back, and for the senior crowd, you just love to see it.
Aye, aye, Captain. We've talked about how the floodgates were going to open for ASU, and it's 4-0.
Well, mother of mercy.
No,
35 shots.
Oh, no. Don't even think about it. Back into neutral ice. Coons wrestling for it. Over to the far side corner for Platson, trying to tap it on loose. Back over to Ketchum. Ketchum slides it up ahead. Here comes Satera. Satera looking for an opening.
Almost tripped there.
Far side faceoff circle, looking to unwind for a shot once more. Ran out of room. Bounces over to the far side half wall.
Trey, you mentioned about the floodgates opening. 2 goals in the past couple of minutes. Tristan Craig, Jill Catcham obviously scoring to make it 4-0. 35 shots for ASU now. Man, they've taken control of this game in just a matter of minutes.
Coons tapping at it. Sun Devils regain it. Murphy elects to dump it on in, flies it below the goal line, goes off the leg pads of Cronin. Spun around over to the right point. And also, when I was talking about the handshake line, ASU scored right then and there. So we talked about the broadcaster's jinx. Well, there are such things as good jinxes. Out in front, ASU looking for their 5th goal, get turned aside. Messenbrink wrestling for it. Up top for Radcliffe. Radcliffe keeps the offensive possession alive for ASU. Goes over to the near corner. Bounces it back into neutral ice for Coons. Coons there onto the red line. Looking for an opening. Maneuvers it weakly up ahead. Drops on back for Radcliffe. Radcliffe circling back in the defensive end. Shoots it up ahead to Messenbrink. Messenbrink hustling for it. Unable to get full grasp of it. Goes below the goal line. Towards the right of Cronin. Now back over to her left. Olsen tapping it on down. Looking for the opening once more. Turnaround shot.
Ooh.
And held on to by Cronin as she played a game of hot potato right there.
That was a close one. About to go over the line. Cronin's able to use her glove hand and save it. Again, I think she's played decently today. I don't think a lot of those goals have been her fault. Again, defense for GCU hasn't really been there, in my opinion.
Face-off coming on the near side. On the stick side of Cronin.
The energy on the bench. If it's tricky going on over the audio waves, that whole bench was dancing. You just love to see that energy. And this is good momentum going into the regional playoffs.
Radcliffe racing for it. Icing negated. Over to the far side wall. Back into the attacking end for ASU. Compton was the trailer. Goes below the goal line. 10:20 remaining in the middle period of frame. ASU on top of their crosstown rival by a score of 4-0.
39-4 in shots. It's looking like the Denver series if you look at the shots alone.
Lines it over to the near side. Bounces it back into the defensive end for GCU. And now we're going to make a line change up here in the broadcast booth. Chase Beardsley, you got the call the rest of the way.
Well, Trey, so far 4-0 game. 10 minutes left in the second period. Here comes Craig. Dancing near the blue line. Craig trying to swivel around, but cannot do so. Faso tries to grab the puck. Now it's Emma Compton. Emma Compton, one of the lone ASU players who have not scored a goal yet this season. Shot from the blue line. It's Lutch. Lutch's shot goes wide. Sun Devils near the blue line, trying to keep that puck in. Paulson behind the net. Pass forward. Craig now behind the net. With the puck, it's Facel. Facel tries to shoot one. It's deflected off his stick. ASU keeps the momentum. Lutch with the shot. Saved by the goaltender Cronin.
Once again, I love the offensive attack from Sammy Lush as she has improved her offensive game, and we talked about it in the pregame show.
Lutch with a stretch pass over to Paulson, but interrupted by a Lopes defender. Here comes Sam Murphy, second in goals. Sam Murphy loses control of the puck, and ASU is going to be forced to regroup here. Well, GCU now has the puck. Lopes trying to get something started of their own. Mid-ice collision between Paulson and Murphy, and here comes a Lopes player now. Hui sends that puck in, goes just to the left of Quinn Ainge, or the right, depends which way you're looking at it. Tied up now, Murphy, pass over, it's Lutch. Lutch passes over to Fleming, to Murphy.
Sam Murphy skating through the center ice. Gonna throw it in. Make a line change here. Here comes the Hannah Coons, Maddie Platson pairing. Lethal this year. Maddie Platson, of course, leading scorer on the blue line for the Sun Devils. Puck is tied up. Sorensen going to try to grab it, but Fleming gets it ahead. Here comes GCU with Harden. Harden almost gets the puck stripped from Jill Catcham. Catcham's going to try to catch him if she can.
No, no, and no.
Platson was shot from the blue line, directs just wide. Maddie Platson trying to get another shot, but the puck's just going to deflect out of play. Or sorry, into neutral zone.
So we're stealing my Treyisms now?
Oh, absolutely, Trey.
I need to copyright that stuff.
Logan Satera is going to try to force that puck through. It's going to go back to Maddie Platson, to Jill Catcham. The captain, to Messenbrink, her fellow senior. Messenbrink, of course, announcing that she will return for one more year. Now gliding behind the net. Maddie Messenbrink, looking for someone to pass to. She's tangled up with, I believe that was Riley Benson. And puck's going to go all the way back for icing.
So you talked about Messenbrink returning for another year. I think her fifth year is definitely going to be very vital, as she'll be sort of a mentor towards some of the younger players and the people who are coming in, because I remember how big it was for Sheridan Gloyd to return for a fifth year. And, you know, you're chasing records at this point, but I love when players decide to stick around for a fifth year, because it's so vital to the team and helps with the familiarity.
Man, the Benson, the shot from the blue line, but that one's harmless as it just deflects to the right of Cronin. Now here comes GCU. Throwing it now behind Inger. Getting that now is Benson. Pass back over. Facel. ASU's going to chase this one back into their own zone. Berkeley Radcliffe, another senior. Long-time defenseman for this Sun Devils team. The Haley Martin. Evelyn Olsen's going to try to trouble Kane Toombs. Puck's going to go all the way to the GCU zone. Now to Benson. Benson's going to throw it over. Center ice logos intercepting it now. That was, I believe, Amanda Benson of the Sun Devils. Benson tries to pass over. Puck's now deflected. It's Kane Toombs, native of Pleasanton, California. Burdell, pass over. It's Anita Fleming. Fleming, back. Shot. Tristan Craig's shot just goes wide. Now here's Craig again. Looking for someone else. Jill Catcham. Skating through the center of the ice. Now here's Benson. Benson, pass over. Fleming, not called offsides there. Mia Fleming trying to keep that puck in, and now it's going to be up to Maddie Mia Jarvis. Jarvis, skating around, back over to the other side. Shot by Lush, deflected off a body, and the Lopes are going to try to chase that out of there. Lush keeps it in. Fleming trying to keep that poke in. Line change here. Here's Jarvis with a harmless shot. Kane Toombs is going to get that and force it out of play.
We've been seeing Jarvis make that shot attempt on the blue line before. Unfortunately, unable to do anything with it, as it looks like trying to creep on off was Cronin. I thought there was going to be a delayed penalty assessed to ASU.
Tristan Craig pokes it in, and that one's going to be called offsides. Well, 4-0, Trey. 5 minutes left in this period, 42-4. What have you really thought about the ASU offense today?
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it all game, which was it was bound to happen for ASU to just have an avalanche of goals, and that's exactly what they've been doing in this matchup. They got up to a pretty decent start in period one. I wouldn't say it's a slow start because they got a lot of shots on Cronin. Unfortunately, Cronin was just standing tall between the pipes, and this time around in period two, when you get a lot of shots, it's usually going to result in a lot of goals. So I would say that the Antelopes defense has to help Cronin out a little bit more.
Where's Jill Catcham? Back to Murphy. Sam Murphy. These two have been dynamic together in the past. Catcham with a shot. Score! Sun Devils' 5th goal of the game. Leading the way. It looks like Logan Satera's got her 2nd of the game.
She's been red hot this series. Logan Satera gets her 2nd goal this game. Now she is on hat trick watch, and it carries over from last night's matchup in which she was one of the many goal scorers. So that is 3 goals in a 2-day span for the New Jersey native.
5th goal of the game for the Sun Devils. 2nd of the game for Logan Satera. as ASU is going to try to force a 6-1 in this period. 4 minutes left in the second. Hannah Coons chasing down that puck now in the center ice. Burdell's going to try to stick that puck. GCU fans calling for a trip here. They might get one.
Well, either way, ASU has been really good in special teams this game, both power play and also PK. So we'll see what happens. So Logan Satera with 2 goals today. Once again, hails from New Jersey. I have some family out in New Jersey. Also cover the New Jersey Devils. She shares, well, not right now, but she usually shares the same number as Devils captain Nico Heischer, but wearing number 4 for other circumstances.
Big Locked On Devils fan, Trey Matthews.
I did not mention it. You mentioned it. I did not mention it.
Here's Haley Martin skating through the neutral zone and now into the GCU zone with fire on her skates. Martin goes around the net. Pass over to Platson. Maddie Platson near the blue line, back to Martin. Martin's going to lose the puck there. Lopes are going to get the puck. ASU is going to force to chase that one down. Here come the Lopes, trying for their 5th shot of the game. Can't get it here. That's Evelyn Olsen coming up the right side of the rink. Olsen's going to poke it through, and Sun Devils are going to have a line change here.
You know what we nicknamed the New Jersey Devils, by the way, Chase?
What's that, Trey?
Since they ran that trap defense that was so successful for them in winning a few Stanley Cups, a lot of people gave them the nickname Dirty Jers because Dirty Jersey. You get it? But Dirty Jers because, like, there would be a Z at the end.
The Devils were also nicknamed a Mickey Mouse organization by Wayne Gretzky.
And he was wrong about that because they won a few Stanley Cups afterwards. But having talked to Ken Danico, he said that motivated them.
Well, we're currently broadcasting ASU women's hockey here.
Yeah, you can make that
in
NHL
Tempe,
connection.
Arizona.
You can make that NHL connection. And Logan was coached by Bruce Driver, who's one of the captains of that 1995 Stanley Cup
so
team.
Emma Compton's going to have the puck.
You can't get me. You can't get me.
Evelyn Olsen's going to chase after it. Here comes Compton. Ref's hand was up, signaling for offsides. This one's going to be canceled. Tristan Craig with the puck. Nice steal by her. Craig with the shot. Cronin's going to make that save. 44-4. Shots on goal right now. 5-0. 3 minutes left. Just under 3 minutes left, I should say, in the second period. ASU, again, looking to go undefeated in conference play. They are well on their way to doing so. First time in program history that would be done.
That would also be a big confidence booster for them going into regionals, just trying to defend their title.
It will be interesting as they have locked up the first seed in tournament play in Salt Lake City beginning in 2 weeks.
We talked about it preseason, how it's so tough to defend a title because more teams are coming at you and more teams are probably going to be more prepared for you. But for this ASU team, they have taken light years of improvement to make sure that they're the most dominant team in the WWCHL.
And the recruiting just gets better. Of course, one of their recruits for the upcoming season, Emerson Stoddard, was in attendance yesterday, taking in Mountain America Community Iceplex. This, well, Cactus Cup rivalry. It hasn't been much of a rivalry, of course. ASU winning back-to-back Cactus Cups, including earlier this season. Tristan Craig going to drop it back to Fleming. Here's Craig. Craig dancing near the corner board. Sun Devils trying to get set up here. Again, up by 5. Jill Catcham chasing that one down with Sammy Lutch. Lutch trying to get it forward. Here comes Lutch. Sammy Lutch could have had something here. Likes to wait for her teammates. Sam Murphy now wearing blue line. Looks like a check there on Jill Catcham. Sun Devils are going to need her fully healthy for the upcoming regional play.
Is it safe to say that Jill Ketchum is fully recovered and after some good while, it seems like she's getting her legs back underneath her?
Absolutely.
Showing shades of what she did a couple years ago for this Sun Devils program.
Well, here comes Jill Catchum. Might have something here with Sam Murphy on her right. Jill Catchum, a shot, saved by Cronin.
Yep, off the breadbasket and into the trapper for Cronin, and that will stop action with less than a minute remaining. But ASU, once again, getting a lot of shots on Cronin. And I'd say she's been doing a phenomenal job because she's saved 40 of them so far.
Absolutely. It's been a great night in net for Olivia Cronin. Again, leader in wins for this Lopes team with 2.
Probably won't help the goals against average or the record, but certainly the save percentage.
The Lopes still have a chance at getting into the WWCHL tournament, but it's looking smaller and smaller as this is the last series they'll play of the year. Meanwhile, every single other WWCHL team besides ASU will play games up until the regional tournament. Sun Devils, we're going to have to regroup. Here comes Burdell, all alone with the puck. Getting chased over by a Lopes player. Trying to get that now. It's Harden. Ariana Harden. Still chasing Burdell, and it's going to go back into the stick of Maddie Platson, who loses the puck and leaks. And now the Sun Devils are going to have to regroup. Here come the Lopes. Richardson trying to get that puck forward. Burdell says no. Sending it back behind the net. It's Evelyn Olsen, and that is it for period number 2. Sun Devils up 5-0. 45-5 in shots they lead. And a lot of goals in that period, Trey, opposed to the first period. What'd you think?
I just think that they were converting their shots into goals, and it's simple as that because Cronin has been doing one heck of a job in between the pipes for GCU. Unfortunately, just hasn't been her night, and her defense has to help her out a little bit because your goalie can't do a boatload of the saving. You need some help in front of you. So for right now, I'd say this blame is not on the netminder for GCU, but overall, ASU, shades of what they did last night, and they won 6-0 last night.
Offense is really perking up for ASU. A lot of great opportunities for them. Of course, a lot of front net presence all night long. Of course, Logan Satera, one of those players who likes to be in front of the net, has 2 goals tonight. Jill Catcham, one of the seniors, with a goal, and that was a loud moment. Trey, what did you think of that?
It was just great, not only for that particular play, but just everything that's happened in general. And, for Jill to score on senior night, it speaks volume because we talked about it on What You're Talking About, our radio show on Blaze, which is it's just like it's a bittersweet moment when you have senior night. You knew this night was coming, but you just didn't know when.
We're just waiting for James Mackey, our sideline reporter, get in position. Be up any minute now, but as you mentioned, What You Talk About, I guess we should throw that out real quick. Your official radio show of the Arizona State women's hockey team every Friday mornings on Blaze Radio, 8:30 a.m.
8:30 a.m. Or, Dad, if you're listening to my stream, which I know you are, it's 10:30 your time, East Coast.
Shout out Mr. Matthews.
He's actually watching this game, and he sent me a few messages. I'll tell them to you during the intermission.
Very, very excited. Of course, we're still waiting for James Mackey. It's going to be interesting who he pulls to talk to. Of course, Logan Satera scoring her second. But we'll step right aside. We'll be right back.
happy about it.
You scored that goal here to our right in front of your family. I don't know if you knew that or not.
Oh, I saw him there. I was trying not to look, though, because my dad's a crier, and I'm also a crier, so if I saw him, I would be in shambles, so.
What does it mean to score on senior night?
I mean, I don't know, like, I'm just super happy with everything tonight. I feel so supported. All of our teammates have been super just, like, helping us out, hyping us up, being so supportive and nice. So, I don't know, I'm really excited that I got to score on my last home game ever, so.
And I asked Logan this when I was done with her, so it's your turn now. Favorite memory in this season? Anything at all?
Oh my God. That is a really hard question. Honestly, probably our first win against Maryville. It was our first series of the season. We won the second game and it was a huge win. Kind of got us rolling for the rest of the season, and we've been doing pretty well ever since then. So I guess that was a good memory.
I appreciate your time. Thank you very much. Boys, back to you.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind the scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, you know, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been like good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage, so a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And, you know, I think a huge one is whenever we're able to do things like ASU women's hockey, and you see a lot of parents, and a lot of parents come up to you and say, you do great work, this is the only way I can watch my daughter, or for D2 hockey, it's the only way I can watch my son. I think that's a lot of, you know, a lot of happiness and a sense of achievement that everyone gets, and it's cool to be able to not just offer that for teams, but offer that outreach to students.
I think one of my goals for the future of Inferno TV is I'm just looking forward to seeing all of the success stories that we have that come through this program. You know, to see where it started without it being even called Inferno TV in the very beginning, to then the creation of Inferno TV officially as a club, to where it's going to grow in the future beyond when I'm here. So just seeing how it evolves in the future, seeing all the people that come through the program that go on to do great things in the professional world, that's something I'm really looking forward to.
Welcome back, everyone, to Mountain America Credit Union Community Iceplex. Here, it's ASU versus GCU. Currently, ASU is up 5-0, 45-5 shots on goal, 20 minutes away from being undefeated all season long conference play. First time in program history that can be done. We're going to have James Mackey any minute now for a sideline report. But senior night here for the Sun Devils. Again, Maddie Platz and Sammy Lutch, Berkeley Radcliffe, Haley Martin, Jill Catcham, and Maddie Messenbrink, all seniors today. And we'll see 5 out of the 6 of them play their final regular season game here tonight.
Their hard work, blood, sweat, and tears for this organization, and it resulted in a WWCHL championship just last season.
And being undefeated in conference play really begs the question, will ASU go to another conference or go independent? It's a question that's been swirling around this organization all season as they continue their development and their quest for a national title.
I mean, Lindsay has said that she's trying to build up this program to be national champions one day. So they're trying to be a consistent team in nationals, but they would actually like to hoist that big one wherever the tournament is hosted.
Here's the face-off 20 minutes before that accomplishment happens, but they have to win this one out first. 5-0 is the score. Sydney Paulson tries to get it through, but can't. Paulson now to the front of the net, deflected away. GCU tries to grab it, but Maddie Platson now near the blue line. Pladson tries to lay a shot, deflected off a GCU defender. Here comes Bonello. Back over. Maddie Platson's going to chase after this one. Pladson behind Inger's net. GCU's going to keep this one, try to shove it near the blue line. Sun Devils, Maddie Platson once again to Hannah Coons. Hannah over. Here comes Fleming. Fleming putting on some speed here, trying to get past the GCU defense. A shot saved by Cronin there. Good glove saved by her to keep the play stopped.
I don't think she needed to land onto that one because she had a couple of teammates right in front of her, but nonetheless, that will stop action. So Summer and also Benson were there to try to get control of the rebound and clear it on down. But nonetheless, face-off coming on the far side face-off circle in the defensive end for the Antelopes.
Samantha Murphy takes this face-off. Sammy Lutch with a shot, saved by Cronin there. Good sweep away by GCU to keep that puck and send it towards the ASU zone where it's going to be icing.
Yeah, so I want to talk about something real quick. So Quinn Eatinger, who's in net for the Sun Devils, has only faced 5 shots so far, has pretty much taken the night off because those shots that she's faced, I don't think any of them were grade A chances or in any danger of getting past her. So Quinn has definitely has a lot of help in front of her thanks to her defense.
Lutch over to Radcliffe. Radcliffe trying to lay a shot down. Catcham, her fellow Alaskan native, tries to shoot a shot, but traffic doesn't allow that one to go through. Lutch tries to grab it again. Murphy now trying to trouble the Lopes defense. Kane Toombs now shoots that one, and it's go all the way back to Eatinger. And this one's icing.
Back-to-back icing calls, and there aren't many of them in an Abertaki game. And now let's throw it down to our rinkside reporter, James. James, what you got for us?
Yeah, the vibes on the Sun Devil bench right now, very lighthearted. Everybody standing, everybody having a great time. This is what you want if you're one of the seniors here tonight. You want to have a lead like this in the third period. You're going in to the final couple minutes here at the Mountain America Community Iceplex. It's a great way to end the season and start the tournament in the upcoming weeks, boys.
Well, thank you, James, for that info, and I can't agree more. That bench has really been electrifying this whole game.
Yeah, we saw them dancing in period 2 to which song? I forgot it.
It's Tricky.
Oh, yeah, It's Tricky. I'm not going to sing it due to copyright reasons, and we're on YouTube.
Berkeley Radcliffe with the puck. Oh, to Satera. Looking for a hat trick. Logan Satera. A shot. Harmless one, but a good glove save by Cronin.
Honestly, I think that could have gone in a little bit. It wasn't the best shot in the world, but it just trickled off the trapper of Cronin.
47-5 the shots. Mia Jarvis puts it back. Sun Devils going to start another attack. Haley Martin plays it forward, but GCU intercepts. Martin now trying to dig for it. Trying to beat Klassen for that puck. Does so. Now passes it back to her blue line. Benson pass over. Puck's now in the neutral zone.
Lopes really trying to hold on to it. They can't get any momentum started. Amanda Benson now behind the net, one of the freshmen on this blue line. One of many, I should say. Lopes now circling the zone. Saldi trying to look for an opening. Lays it back for her teammate. Down near the blue line. Could have been a good shot by Butler. Can't get the shot off. Arizona native Butler tries to play it forward, but now it's ASU. Jarvis tries to shoot it, and it's going to go out of play.
So after last night's matchup, Ettinger picked up her 6th shutout of the season. So in almost half of her game appearances, she has a shutout. So worth mentioning that she's leading the entire WWCHL in shutouts, followed by her teammate Carson Hellman with 2. So for reference, Ettinger has 6 shutouts and has appeared in 13 games leading up to this one.
Ettinger also leads the WWCHL in wins. Impressive for the young goaltender again.
Yeah, not bad for the young bull from Chi-Town.
Sophomore goaltender, only played 1 game last season. Now she's cruising towards another win. Hannah Coons skating in, looking for her first goal as a Sun Devils shot. Cronin with the glove save.
Tried to go top shelf right there. Unfortunately, just went a tad bit too far wide. As we can hear a bunch of GCU folks edging their goalie on.
Well, Hannah Coons still looking for her first goal. A lot of support from the parents. Maddie Platson tries to shoot one, goes wide. Evelyn Olsen in front along with Emma Compton. Compton now skating around with it. Looking for an open lane. Compton's going to find Platson. Maddie Platson, pass over. It's Hannah Coons. Coons with a shot. Goes just wide of the net. GCU trying to get it out. Shoot a shot. Hannah Coons is going to keep it in. Good keep in by Coons. Going to go chasing for it after all. And line change for ASU and GCU.
And going back to Hannah Coons, even if she doesn't score a goal to finish off the regular season, I've been rather impressed with her play all year long, just holding her own end on the blue line.
The Calgary native freshman defenseman. That one's going to be icing, this time on ASU. But again, Hannah Coons looking for her first goal, but again, has really thrived on a pairing with Maddie Platson all season long. Really has eaten up a lot of ice time. That's your top pairing right there, and it's going to be sad to see Maddie Platson go, especially if you're a Sun Devils fan or Hannah Coons. That leaves a lot of opening next season to see where this blue line can go.
Yeah, coming into this matchup, Maddie Platson was close to being a point-per-game player, 20 game appearances, and she has 19 points, 7 goals, 12 assists, giving her a point-per-game rating of 0.95. So we talked about who was going to fill the shoes of Flo Odd on the defensive pairing, and it was going to be Maddie Platson. I didn't think she would take this much approach in her offensive game, but I've been rather impressed.
Platson with a shot saved by Cronin. Trying to get the rebound there is Logan Satera, but great save by Cronin.
Oh, she wants that hat trick badly. She almost had her chance right there.
Sam Murphy and her line coming on, along with the Sammy Lutch pairing with Berkeley Radcliffe, the 2 seniors. And of course, early candidates looking at the blue line for next season. Jess Dorovenus has a great chance to bounce back after not playing a single game this season due to injury. Shot goes wide. Logan Satera trying to look for that puck. Berkeley Radcliffe and Sammy Lutch are going to hunt it down. In comes GCU into ASU zone. Saldi skating around, passes it up. It's Richardson. Richardson gives up the puck. It's Sam Murphy now trying to get that puck into GCU zone. Murphy hunting it down. Logan Satera in the front. Almost had the puck there. Now it's Radcliffe. Radcliffe tries to pass it over to Satera. Murphy now for support. Puck's going to scribble back all the way down. GCU might have a 2-on-1 chance here. Here comes Lacombe. Bell Lacombe, a shot. Good save by Inger. Can't get the rebound, and Ketchum's going to get that one out.
I think that was the best opportunity GCU had all night to try to find the back of the net and put it on in on Ettinger.
Of course, Bell Lacombe, one of the lethal goal scorers for GCU, was a trouble last year all season long for ASU.
Yeah, leading this GCU team in goals currently with 8.
Haley Martin, nice deke, passes over. It's Burdella, shot, saved by Cronin.
Great play call right there. Excellent initiator on the play was Haley Martin. Unfortunately, right there was Cronin to make the point-blank save.
Maddie Messenbrink's line is on, the senior herself. She will be returning for another year, though, her 5th year at ASU. She's going to try to win this one. Haley Martin, a fellow senior. Martin trying to deke pass. Cronin with a good save there in the front of the net.
Goes back to the blue line. It's Vassell. Vassell passes over to Burdell. Burdell now to Jarvis. Jarvis dancing near the blue line. Tries to shoot it. Martin now with the puck. Martin over to Jarvis. Jarvis lays one down. Just wide of the net, though. Vassell trying to keep that one in. It's Burdell once again. Burdell tries to get a backhander. That's a weak shot. And the Lopes are going to gain possession. Here come the Lopes. It's Saldi. Saldi racing in. Another 2-on-1. Saldi all alone. Saldi shot. Inger with the save. Almost went in, though. Rough breakaway for GCU.
Big save right there by Etinger, as GCU still has an egg up on the score sheet.
Burdell now all alone. Shot just goes wide. Hit the bar, actually. Maddie Platzen's going to chase that one down. Inger's going to have it, and this one's going to be called icing.
Yep, gives a quick breather for ASU, as GCU has to stick with what they got since they iced the puck.
5-0, 13 minutes remaining. 52-8 are the shots now. Taking the face-off here, Evelyn Olsen and her line. Emma Compton on that line with Liv Lavelle. There's Lavelle's shot, trying to get through traffic, can't. Lavelle tries to pass back. It's Maddie Platzen. Platzen tries to keep it forward. Lavelle over to Olsen. Olsen now in the scrum with Lavelle, trying to get that puck free. Does so. Emma Compton's going to chase after it. Maddie Platzen now near the blue line. Platzen. Coons electing to let her go. Platzen with a shot. Now bobble near the net. Can't get it going, though. ASU's going to keep that one in. Lavelle trying to tussle for it with Klassen. Puck's going to go all the way now. And this one's going to be another icing.
Only a handful of icing calls in an average hockey game, originated in the 1930s when the New York Americans and the Boston Bruins would just blast the puck down the rink just to annoy each other. League officials had to create the rules saying, it's not how we play the game, guys, knock it off. So you can thank the Boston Bruins, they're still around. New York Americans, no longer a team.
Tristan Craig taking this face-off here with Sydney Paulson and Anita Fleming. Of course, Fleming scoring her 13th of the season earlier this game. Murphy doesn't score. She'll be the leading goal scorer this season. She does lead all rookies in points as well. Craig's now going to chase that one. Here's Tristan Craig. Canadian herself. Craig back to Fleming. Craig.
She's got some family in attendance, Tristan Craig does, similar to a lot of her teammates.
It is family weekend here in Tempe, Arizona. Maddie Platzen back to Fleming. Fleming now through the zone. Shot goes wide of the net. Now it's behind the net. I believe that's Sydney Paulson. She's having a great season herself. Paulson had an empty net, just couldn't get to the puck in time. Blasted it, goes over the net. Hannah Coons now near the blue line. Coons able to outmaneuver. Here's Hannah Coons. Tries to backhand it. Here's a shot. Goes in. Score! Anita Fleming!
Hammer, meet nail, nail, meet coffin. That's the 6th goal for ASU. And if it wasn't over already, it's probably over now.
Anita Fleming, her 14th goal of the season. Sun Devils up 6-0. Hannah Coons with a great assist off that play. And the Sun Devils, you can say, they're liking it here.
Oh, yeah, they are. So Anita Fleming, now 14 goals of the year. It's very impressive that I know she's not a freshman, but she is a rookie. Junior transfer Anita Fleming leading this team in goals. Who would have thought coming into this season?
From Carleton University, a shot from the blue line. Radcliffe tries to get one. Murphy now with the puck. Murphy tries to get to Catchum. Now Benson has no one to pass to. Jill Catchum's going to chase that one down. A goal scorer herself tonight. Jill Catchum, big check on a GCU player. Murphy with the puck. Passes it forward. Radcliffe's going to lose this one. They have to reskate for no offsides, and this one's going to be a penalty, it looks like.
Interference is the call.
Sam Murphy to the box.
Yeah, surprised that Jill Ketchum didn't have to serve time on that big hit on Gingrich. So, yeah, Sam Murphy will sit for the next 2 minutes for interference. Didn't allow a GCU player to get involved in the play. But, once again, ASU been very good in special teams, both on the penalty kill and power play throughout the entirety of this evening.
And so the Sun Devils shorthanded for the next 2 minutes. 6-0 the score, 56-8 in shots. Inger with an early save. She's going to hold on to this one.
Again, Trey, we talked about ASU going undefeated in conference play this whole season. Again, it's a long season. It is tiring. No matter how good or bad the opponents are, it's a lot.
It is a lot, and like we said preseason, it was going to be very tough for them to defend their title, and this season hasn't been easy. They've had some rough patches, particularly that road trip in mid-January, but they were able to just muster through it and get themselves back into a more winning, consistent basis. So, yeah, I mean, ASU has done one heck of a job in the WWCHL, and they have asserted themselves as there's bedlam on the crease right now.
Yeah, scrumming from the net.
Oh, boy.
Tussling
there we go.
Paulson, Sidney Paulson, and everyone getting into it.
Yeah, that's Summer. Oh, here we go. Artiga getting into it.
Jill Catcham going in to break this one up, but
oh, no.
Man, that was as close as it can be to a fight here in the ACHA. It looks like Lutch was getting into it, too. That's some old-time GCU ASU hockey.
Yeah, Summer heads to the box. She knows it. I wonder if she'll be done for the rest of the game.
Wouldn't be surprised if we see some players get ejected on both sides.
Paulson heads to the, or Lush heads to the box.
And Paulson.
And Paulson. Okay, let's see what the official assessment is from the referee. Keep in mind, Sam Murphy is still in the penalty box as well. So, box is crowded with Sun Devils players.
And it looks like another player to the box. That's going to be Rory Arteaga for GCU. Most likely we're going to have ASU still shorthanded.
Yeah, I think it's roughing calls assessed to all those respective players.
Would not be surprised. And here we go, the penalties.
Yep.
And so all four players that were involved in that scrum, of course, getting penalties. But, again, ASU remaining shorthanded with Sam Murphy still in the box. Back to the blue line. GCU trying to get a goal. There's a tripping call here
there we go.
off Haley Martin. GCU's going to shove this one.
Oh, here we go.
Fight.
Here we
Here
go.
comes Haley Martin. And now Evelyn Olsen. Everyone getting into it. GCU.
Let the bodies hit the floor. Lacombe goes down.
Berkeley Radcliffe.
Oh, man.
GCU player. Jill Catcham trying to get in there and break it up.
Oh,
man, again, this is the most physical we've seen these two get at it all season long.
Haley Martin brought down Lacombe.
Well, after tripped up, Haley Martin got shoved in the head.
Oh, boy. Here we go. Here we go once again, Chase. It's chaotic right now.
And the box is getting a little crowded. Again, would not be surprised if any players get ejected. ACHA very strict on their fighting rules, and that was as close as a fight as we've seen all season long, I would say, for the Sun Devils.
I thought the previous scrum that Lush and Paulson were in was the closest we were going to get. Nope, Haley Martin said, watch me go.
Well, it all started when Haley Martin was tripped up. Then she got shoved in the head right near the bench, and all bedlam broke loose. Berkeley Radcliffe getting some shoves in there. I believe Maddie Platson was in there. Jill Catcham trying to break it up, and again, this is as close as we've seen it to ASU GCU physicality from last season, and last season was a bloodbath.
And both these teams are on different agendas in terms of competing. So ASU, they have a record of 17-3-1. GCU, 3-13-1. Here we go. PA announcer is going to have his work cut out for him.
We'll see what happens. So we're getting the official calls. I'm sure we're going to end up with a lot more players in the box.
Okay, so keep in mind there's two Antelopes players in the penalty box for roughing already. Same with the Sun Devils.
Plus Sam Murphy.
Plus Sam Murphy with interference. I'm trying to keep track of all this.
I would not be surprised if there's an extra GCU player in there for the trip of Haley Martin.
And they're taking a picture. They're taking a picture. The GCU players are taking a picture in the penalty box.
Wow. Might as well.
Look, post that on Instagram. Hashtag we're in trouble. I don't know.
There's a good couple of them in there. And there goes Haley Martin to the box officially.
Oh, man. Yeah, hashtag it. Post it on Instagram or Snapchat in the box. Sin bin. Sin bin vibes. There we go. Sin bin vibes.
Wow. We're starting to get all the penalties come in. 10:48 left in this period. Sun Devils up 6-0. Again, huge fights. Two of them, to be exact. One in front of Eanger, now another right in front of the GCU bench with that trip on Haley Martin.
My. So Yeah, we'll see if someone gets ejected. I think I see the locker room door opening for GCU. Well, we'll see.
I'm sure the refs want to calm this one down. Again, ACHA, no fighting allowed, just
Yeah,
like the NCAA.
no. And the thing is that this is the final regular season game, so I'm not sure if a suspension will take place, but if it does for ASU, they might lose a player in regionals for the first game, or it might carry over to next, or Haley Martin won't return next season. But I don't know. I really don't know what they would do in this case, because if you fight, that's an automatic suspension.
I don't think it's going to get that far. Zinger now skates over to her bench and talking to Brooke Kimmel over there. Still trying to figure out what's all going on. Of course, we got the original call on Sam Murphy. Here we go. Sounds like Bella Combs getting a penalty. And she's been a major thorn in ASU side all season long and last season.
Well, I know how to get a thorn out. You just use the tweezers, and right if she gets ejected, there you go. You have no answer for that, do you?
That I don't even know what to say to that. Maddie Platson catch him, and it looks like Sammy Lutch now on the ice, along with Anita Fleming. Looks like the Sun Devils are still going to be shorthanded, but Bella Combs' penalty is up. Might be 4-4. Still trying to figure out what's going on.
So will anything be assessed to Haley Martin because for getting into the scuffle? I know she didn't initiate it.
Haley Martin is in the box.
Oh yeah, she is in the box. So might just be roughing. So right now there's 4 skaters plus Eatinger in net. So that doesn't really change for ASU in that sort of sense.
It looks like GCU is getting an additional penalty. 2 penalties for GCU, looks like. So it looks like Bellicombe getting a 10-minute misconduct.
Yep, so essentially she is ejected from the game because there's 10:48 remaining in the period because there's no way that can exonerate.
Haley Martin also with a 10-minute misconduct, but it looks like ASU will be on the power play. 4-on-3 play looks like coming up.
You don't see that too often. 4-on-3, that is very rare.
They're going to test out their power play with 10 minutes, 48 seconds left, and penalty box getting a little bit crowded.
Yeah,
Water balls get thrown over.
Well, it looks like we're going to have to cancel those dinner plans, partner, because this game is right now stuck in the mud.
Well, last night's game started around the same time we are right now at 9:35. 9:33 right now.
Yeah, but what's open at midnight? Let's be real here.
Oh, I didn't know.
Again,
Portillo's. Kyle Krikorian shout out. That's a throwback from last year.
Yeah, a little bit of a joke on air. Just like I said I had to cancel dinner plans. I don't know what was open late, and then Kyle just said, "Well, Portillo's," and I said, "I don't actually have dinner plans. Just a joke."
Well, now.
And there's another game after this, right?
D3 hockey called by Ari Wall. I believe Mahirson Hassan is also calling that game with Mr. Ari Wall. Make sure to turn into Inferno Radio for that. And so, 4-on-3 coming right up. 10 minutes, 48 seconds left. And it's going to be a short 5-on-3 once Sam Murphy's penalty is killed. Maddie Platson, Jill Catchum, Anita Fleming, and Berkeley Radcliffe all out there right now. Looks like the D3 team has made their way over to behind the penalty boxes.
Yeah, because they should be getting ready now, but this game is dragging on. They got to turn off the music. I don't know what they're doing. They're playing. There we go. Silence is golden.
Berkeley Radcliffe's going to chase this one back. Has Jill Catchum in front of him. Can't get in. GCU's going to throw into their own zone. This one's going to be called, I believe, icing.
I don't know about that one, quite honestly.
That one's a weird call. I'm not going to lie.
But this whole game has been chaotic, so why not?
And this one's going to force ASU to go back into their zone. Danger. Right of her is the face-off. Jill Catchum's going to take this face-off. Catchum wins it. Passes back to Platson. Platson behind the net. Now skating forward. Platson
with Fleming ahead of her, along with Catchum. Platson skates in, able to fend off some GCU defenders. Catchum's going to chase it down. Jill Catchum looking for someone to pass to. Maddie Platson, top of faceoff circle, a shot goes just wide of the net. Berkeley Radcliffe's going to chase this one down. 56 remaining in the Sam Murphy penalty. Berkeley Radcliffe skates in, full force. Berkeley with a shot, saved by the goaltender. Platson now with another shot, saved by Cronin.
Get away from the crease. Don't want extracurricular activity happening.
And the refs are making sure that there's no extracurricular activities coming up.
Yeah, so 9:59 remaining in the third period. And it is crowded at the penalty box right now.
And Berkeley Radcliffe is getting a penalty. I know she nudged the helmet of Olivia Cronin, but I thought she was kind of pushed through there. So,
okay. So
another penalty.
For more information, James Mackey, what you got for us on this chaotic game?
Yeah, Berkeley Radcliffe skates around the scrum and net. Her hands knock into the head of the goaltender. Ref on the far side sees it, makes the call. Radcliffe goes to the box for a penalty. Boys?
Oh, boy, this game is just dragging on and on right now. But it's one way. You know what? It's senior night. Go out with a bang. That's not what I had in mind.
So 3-on-3 hockey here. Tristan Craig, Logan Satera out there, along with Mia Jarvis.
What is this? Is this, what, OT now? In the NHL or something?
Logan Satera is going to try to chase in 1. And 2, Mia Jarvis is going to get that one. Mia Jarvis with the puck. Pass up to Craig. Craig now skating around, trying to kill off time for Sam Murphy to come out of the box. 13 seconds left for that. Jarvis with a shot here. Tries to deke past the GCU defenseman. Can't, though. Jarvis pass back to Satera. Satera behind the net. Logan Satera trying to fend off her attackers, and Sam Murphy is out of the box. You're now on to 4-on-3 once again. 22 seconds until 2 GCU players get out of the box, and GCU heads us to the power play. Mia Jarvis with a shot. Almost deflected there by Jill Catchum, trying to get her second of the game.
Anita Fleming and Logan Satera are both on hat-trick watch if you're just tuning in.
4-on-3 right now, but tide's going to shift over to GCU's favor when they get a power play in 12 seconds. Jill Catchum with the puck. Pass back to Platson on the blue line. Dancing now on that line to Fleming. Fleming passes to no one. There was no one there. Maddie Platson tries to poke it in. Sam Murphy might have a shot, keep it in, but it's going to go all the way back out to the Sun Devil zone. Maddie Platson chasing that one down. 8 minutes and 30 seconds remaining in this game. Platson fires it forward to Fleming. Fleming now up to Murphy. Sam Murphy, all-time leader in points in the program's history, along with assists. She's still looking for the all-time goal record, though.
If she doesn't get it tonight, she'll get it next year, as we got 4-on-4 hockey right now.
Platson took a player down all the way on the other side. Goes fired. Just goes over the net. Sam Murphy now chasing it down with the puck. Looking for someone to pass to. Sam Murphy, a shot. Saved by Cronin. Cronin's going to try to cover that one up.
Here we go again.
And Jill Catchum getting into a tussling match.
Yeah, that's with Riley Benson.
She's someone that is not looking for a fight here at senior night. Of course, she tried to break up a lot of the fights that we saw beforehand. Those players are still in the box, and they will be for the next 8 minutes, I believe.
Essentially ejected.
They do have some seconds left. And here's Evelyn Olsen. Olsen is going to try to get that puck out of the corner board. GCU's going to collect it. Sorensen. And here we are, 5-on-5 for the first time in what seems forever. 60-11 in shots. Tristan Craig over to Jarvis. Jarvis backs back. Messenbrink's going to chase after this one. It's Craig once again. Tristan Craig with the puck. Dancing now behind the net. Craig deking the puck. Pass up. Radcliffe back to Craig. Craig back to Radcliffe. Berkeley Radcliffe. Pass over. Back to Craig. Craig can't handle that one. And Jarvis is going to collect it on the blue line. Jarvis to Craig. Craig and Evelyn Olsen going to chase it down. Here's Olsen trying to fire it behind the net. And now it's Mia Jarvis trying to get it. Maddie Messenbrink corrals the puck. Can't get it on her stick. And now Sorensen's going to try to shoot it out, which she does successfully. Klassen tries to shoot it into the ASU zone. Olsen's going to spring. I believe that is Sam Murphy. Sam Murphy with the puck, loses it right behind the net. Paulson's going to try to get it down. She hasn't been out there in a while. Murphy with a shot, innocent looking one. Paulson tries to tip it, can't do so. Another shot by Murphy, can't get through traffic. Fleming now with the puck. Anita Fleming behind the net. Fleming springs. Murphy, good save by Cronin there. Pladsen with a shot, almost goes out of play, doesn't do so. Now near the corner boards, it's Fleming. Back to Murphy. Murphy a shot. Paulson tries to tip it into the wide open net. Pladsen's going to regain it. Pladsen now skating in. A shot goes just wide of the net. Murphy trying to spring Paulson once again. Usual line mate trying to get it, and Cronin makes the glove save.
You know what? My heart always beats very fast after a save by either Eatinger or Cronin, because now I'm worried that both teams will just try to exchange some more punches just to assert themselves a little bit more, because we've been seeing the physicality throughout the entirety of this game.
Well, we'll see if that happens. Another shot, another save by Cronin. I believe that is, I do my math real quick, Trey, 55th save.
55 saves out of 61
Very
attempts.
impressive.
That is really
we've
impressive.
We've been saying this. She's been impressive in net. Her defense and offense in front of her has not. Jill Catchum with the puck, trying to dance in front of the net. Pladsen with a shot. Goes off the shoulder. Cronin now enough for and score! Jill Catchum on her night. Second goal of the game.
Jill Ketchum has been a part of this program for many years, and if that is her final goal of the regular season, what a send-off. Now she's on hat-trick watch. Fleming, Cetera, and now Ketchum, each with 2 goals apiece.
Jill Ketchum, second goal of the night. Hat-trick watch on senior night for the senior captain herself. She skates in her final regular season game.
And we've been talking about this all year. Jill Ketchum trying to come back from injury, and it was just a matter of time before she got her feet underneath her, and she's been able to do so as the season winds down. Perfect timing before the start of the playoffs.
She was held out of the last game against Denver. There's a shot. Satura almost got that hat trick. Logan Satura trying to set someone up in front of the net. Cronin's battling for it. Sam Murphy now behind the net. Murphy looking over to Facel. Facel with a shot. Blocked by the lane of traffic. Facel tries to battle for it to stay in. Doesn't do so. And now GCU is going to try to chase it down. But Facel now with the puck.
What a block right there by Hicks. She said return to sender off the stick of Facel.
The puck is sent forward. Chasing after it. Evelyn Olsen. Olsen battling for it. 7-0 now in terms of ASU's favor. 5 minutes away from being undefeated in conference play for the first time in program history. We keep mentioning it. It is a very huge part of this program, of course, as they look to win their first national title, the second one in ACHA history for a ASU team. They are still a little bit far away from that. They have not won a game in Nationals history.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time, but ASU is heading in the right direction. So it starts off with being a dominant team in your respective conference, and that's what they've been able to do.
Olsen tried to get that one through, cannot do so. GCU now with the puck on her stick, keeps it in, but now over to center ice. Sorensen plays it through behind the net. Sun Devils try and get it away. Jarvis pass up to Burdell. Lessenbrink tries to grab it. It's now up to Evelyn Olsen. Possible one-on-one opportunity here. Evelyn Olsen waiting for Burdell. Burdell tries to slide it across. Lutch over to Jarvis. Lutch tipping it to Craig. Craig with a shot. Goes just over the net. Lopes near the corner board. Craig keeps it in. Pass up. Lavelle tries to get her first one. Cannot do so. Lutch passes it back. No one behind the net except a Lopes defender. I believe that's Caden Toombs. Toombs
putting on the moves. 4 minutes left in this game. Lavelle taking a player down there. Over, it's Craig. Craig to Jarvis. Jarvis with the puck. Shoots one. Blocked by the lane of traffic. Toombs tries to get it out. She does so successfully. Lutch over. It's Compton. Emma Compton.
I know Compton scored in one of the scrimmages against the Kachinas, but let's see if she could score in the final regular season game.
Looking for her first goal as the Sun Devil along with Lavelle. Lavelle, pass to the front of the net. No one there. GCU is going to play it out. Coach Ellis playing some of those bottom line players, trying to get their first goals as Sun Devils. Shooting it now. Good check there by Compton. Toombs falls down with her. Fleming almost grabbed that puck. GCU's going to skate it through. Here come the Lopes. ASU trying to defend one. Eanger almost gets one past, but she makes the save. And her shot can't get through. 3 minutes now, 66-12 in terms of shots. Behind the net, Maddie Platson, a shot by GCU, saved by Eanger. Only her 13th save of this game.
Yeah, with how dominant ASU has been in their attacking end, Eatinger has pretty much taken the night off because she hasn't had to face that many quality shots. But here we are once again.
Sun Devils win this face-off. Going to go back to the blue line. Over to Lutch. Lutch passes over. Paulson. Paulson over to Murphy. Murphy loses that puck. Now it's GCU trying to regain possession. Fleming tries to poke the puck. Can't do so properly, and now it's GCU looking for a chance here. That was Richardson trying to get the puck past. I believe it was Fleming, and now Fleming will spring Murphy. Sam Murphy, possible 2-on-1. Sydney Paulson, Sam Murphy. Puck stolen away. The delayed offsides looming. Here comes GCU. Paulson, player crashing into her. Lutch. Sorry, that's Berkeley Radcliffe. Both wearing A's for the final time in the regular season for the Sun Devils. Jill Catcham, the captain. Back to Radcliffe. 2 minutes left. Lopes, puck on the center ice faceoff dot. Passes over, line change for them. Jill Catcham takes down a player.
Yeah, I don't think that should be a penalty. I think that was more of a good sell attempt that unfortunately didn't
Whistle
go too
here.
well.
It looks like all those players are finally out of the box.
So yeah, Jill Ketchum will head to the penalty box due to roughing. So she'll sit for the entirety of this game unless GCU is able to get a power play goal within the final 90 or so seconds.
Jill Catcham in the box for a final regular season game. That will be the final time we see her.
I beg your pardon. It's actually boarding, not roughing. And, yeah, so she will not get the hat trick within these 90-second frame.
Such a shame. A shot from the blue line from GCU. Battling in the corner now. 1 minute, 22 seconds remaining. Ainger pokes one ahead. Lopes keep this one in the ASU zone. Shot, saved by Ainger. Tries to get the rebound, Lopes do, and they can't get through Ainger. Paulson now shoots it, and the Lopes forced to regroup here. Minute now remaining. Time winding down. Looking for their 15th win against a WWCHL opponent this year as they head into Salt Lake City with huge momentum. Sam Murphy deking it past to Maddie Platson. Platson with the puck, shoots it. Murphy almost got that rebound, can't get it.
Put on a platter right there for Murphy. Unfortunately, she outskated the puck.
Lopes now trying to get it past. Here are the Sun Devils. And poke it through. Maddie Messenbrink causing some chaos over there with the puck. A shoving now match here. Platson back over. It's Jarvis. Mia Jarvis. Last one. Shot. Almost gets the rebound. Cronin with good save. 13 seconds remaining. Fleming tries to get one off. Also looking for a hat trick. Mia Jarvis. Cornered with the puck. 6 seconds. 5 seconds. Puck is fled. GCU's going to shoot it. Maddie Platson. 2 seconds and 1. ASU undefeated in conference play.
first time in program history, 15-0-0, Sun Devils sweep the Lopes.
Not only that, Quinn Eatinger picked up her 7th shutout of the season, leading the WWCHL by a long shot. In second position, Carson Hellman with 2.
The WWCHL crown was stolen by ASU months ago, but this time it's for real. Undefeated in conference play. First time in program history, 15 wins, 0 losses, including 5 wins against this GCU team. As a 7-0 win, shots on goal final were 68-14. Fleming with 2, Ketchum with 2, and Satera with 2. Quinn Eatinger, as you mentioned, Trey, getting the win. Again, what an impressive regular season for her. 12th win of the season and her first season really as a main goaltender. And now the Sun Devils head into 2 weeks of break before going to Salt Lake City for the WWCHL playoffs.
Absolutely. So hopefully by then ASU is fully healthy because they've been shorthanded, including missing one of their captains, Ellie McKenna, due to an upper body injury. But nonetheless, what a showing from ASU as they salute their fan base, both in conference play and just improving on their offensive game, because I said going into the year, I don't know who's going to be the dominant scorer, who's the star player. And you got people like Sydney Polson stepping up big, Maddie Platson stepping up big. It's just been a barrage of great players who have taken their games to new heights, or something we've been talking on the broadcast heavily, just the redemption for some players in year 2 of their time a part of this ASU team. Logan Satera, Tristan Craig. It's just been a great atmosphere here in Tempe, Arizona for this women's hockey team.
5 players will be skating off the ice for the final time here at Mountain America Credit Union Community Iceplex.
They should do one lap. They should do one lap around.
Maddie Platson, Sammy Lutch, Berkeley Radcliffe, Haley Martin, and Jill Catchum. Final regular season game for the Sun Devils. For all 5 of them. Of course, Maddie Messenbrink, the ever senior, she will be returning next season. Sophie Fassel, the last one off the ice as always. And like we said, to Salt Lake City we head for the WWCHL playoffs. Will GCU be there as well? Well, that's to be determined. But of course, losing these 2 does really hurt their chances, as the WWCHL other teams, they're going to play in the next 2 weeks. Of course, huge momentum, though, Trey, for the Sun Devils.
Absolutely. So this is exactly what ASU needs, and nothing is ever guaranteed in sports, but I think they are the favorites to hoist that cup once again to try to defend their title.
And with that, we head back into the broadcast booth. Welcome back, everyone. Good to be back here. Trey Matthews, Chase Beardsley. Well, like we said, for the first time in program history, ASU is undefeated, 15-0-0 in conference play. Really impressive for this group, first time in program history, as they make steps and hope to contend for a national title. Trey, what did you think of the game?
I just thought ASU, they got off to a good start, just didn't result in goals. But the second period, I guess this is the one instance in which the broadcasters jinx, even though I don't believe in jinxes or superstition. It's one of the rare times where it actually works, because after I said that, just a parade of goals for ASU, shooting the puck nonstop. But the one thing that I can always bank on is that it's always going to be a rough and tussle type of game against the Antelopes, and that's exactly what we got. We saw tempers flare. We saw basically just a lot of people playing very passionately. But at the end of the day, I think the fans got their money's worth.
Oh, absolutely. That was definitely the most physical I've ever seen these 2 teams play, and we've seen a lot of it in the past 2 years. Of course,
I've lost count of how many times we've seen it.
Absolutely. Jill Catchum with 2 goals, Anita Fleming with 2 goals, Logan Satero with 2 goals.
Tristan Craig with a goal as well.
Tristan Craig with the other goal. Really good offense for these Sun Devils. How do you think they stack against WWCHL opponents heading into the Salt Lake City tournament?
Well, like I said, nothing is guaranteed in sports ever, but I will say this. I think they are the favorites, and I think I can safely say that because undefeated in conference play, and now ASU is the team to beat. No ands, ifs, or buts about it.
Of course, the number 11 Sun Devils are going into the Salt Lake City tournament, WWCHL regional tournament, for the second straight time in program history as the number 1 seed. Of course, they won all 15 games they played this season against conference opponents, and they will try to win their second straight WWCHL title. Again, they won it last year. Most likely, we'll see if they can do it again. But really good stretch here for the Sun Devils, taking down 3 series, 1 on the road, 2 at home, in order to take down and be the number 1 crown once again in the West. Any final thoughts, Trey?
My final thoughts before we try to see if James has a rinkside interview is that, you know what, ASU, I think they've proven that they are legitimate, because I'm sure there was a lot of people last year who said, okay, that everyone gets lucky, but I don't think it's luck this time around. I think it's pure raw talent that this ASU team has brought, and and nobody could take that away from them.
Again, the winner of the WWCHL opponent gets an automatic bid into the the ASHA National Tournament. We'll be right back after a brief couple of seconds. We'll have James Mackey on sideline. Don't go anywhere.
Inferno TV provides students here at ASU a really unique opportunity to get experience both in front of the camera and behind the camera, and it's something that I'm really happy to see the growth of here at Inferno TV, just the opportunities that freshmen and transfer students especially have to get those reps. It's not something that's easy here at Cronkite. It's not something that's an easy field to get into, and so to be able to provide people those opportunities is something I'm really happy about.
Obviously, ASU has a lot of NCAA programs, but what people might not realize is that they also have a lot of club teams that need some coverage and allows some people to get some behind the scenes action, whether they want to be in front of the camera, whether they want to do play-by-play, ringside, sideline, or production, camera work, whatever the case might be. Inferno TV offers that to those students because I feel like you can never have too many clubs that give students real world experience.
And something we really wanted to do was not just provide students that with more opportunities, but also provide these clubs that don't get coverage with more opportunities to get coverage. So, now we're covering Skyline Prep, we're covering ASU lacrosse, ASU men's soccer, FC Arizona is a big one.
And it's really just been good because we're able to give Cronkite students experience with what they want to do, as well as providing the families of these student athletes a chance to watch them play.
Another cool thing about Inferno TV is that, again, we cover sports that don't really get a lot of coverage. So a lot of parents come up to us and they're like, thank you so much for covering us and all that stuff. And, I think a huge one is whenever
Welcome to the Inferno TV post-game report. I'm here with Queen Quinn. Back-to-back shutouts. You lead WWCH own wins and shutouts. How's that out of here?
Pretty cool. pretty cool.
How do you stay involved in the game? Obviously, there's a lot of chippiness going on in the third period. We saw it in front of you down here. How do you stay locked in the moments where you're not seeing the puck a lot?
I communicate with my team a lot. I'm always cheering them on. If they're bringing it out, I'll yell "Go Liv!" or "Go Jill!" It keeps me in the game and keeps them happy and running. So I think that keeps me in it.
Favorite memory from this season?
From this season? That's a tough one. This was a pretty memorable night itself, but last night I got punched in the face, and I was this close to retaliating, but Coach said to keep our heads, so that's exactly what I did. But St. Louis was a lot of fun. I think beating Maryville again, that was one of my favorites, yeah.
All right. Undefeated in conference play all year. You've locked it at #1 going into the tournament. How does it feel?
Incredible. There's just no other word. Yeah.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much, boys. Back to you.
Well, thank you, James Mackey, so much for that sideline report. Again, we'd like to thank you so much for tuning into Inferno TV tonight. Big 7-0 win for ASU, undefeated in conference play. Well, real quick before we end it, we do have one more person that is leaving. Trey Matthews, you've covered ACHA hockey, women's hockey especially, for the past 5 years. A couple years at the infamous Adrian College and 2 years here at ASU. And you've seen a couple titles now. Might see another one this year, knock on wood. But Trey, what has been your favorite part about broadcasting ACHA hockey for this amount of time?
Oh man, I don't even know where to begin. That's how I got my start in hockey. This is where I got my start in media, and now so much has happened within the last 5 years. It's just incredible. So first 3 years at Adrian, coming here, wanting a second chance, redemption, all that. It's just bittersweet. It's great, and like Quinn said, there's no other words to describe certain feelings, especially this one right here. So it's hard to believe. 5 years, 2,000 plus miles traveled, coming from a small liberal arts college in the middle of nowhere to now coming to a big campus like Arizona State. Everyone's just been incredible. Everyone's been very supportive. It's been everything I could have asked for and more. And you guys have just you guys mean the world to me more than you realize.
Well, I'm happy I got to do the last ASU women's hockey season game with you, and your last game, obviously, with you as well. I'm very honored to do that. But that will pretty much do it here from Inferno TV. Make sure to tune in live on Inferno Radio in a couple minutes. Ari Wall, Mahirson Hassan will have the call of ASU D3 hockey, so make sure to tune in. But that will pretty much do it for Lachlan McTagg, for James Mackey, for Mahirson Hassan, for Ari Wall. I'm Chase Beersley alongside Trey Matthews. We bid you adieu on this ASU Women's Hockey 2023-2024 season. Good night, everyone.